I could save on Incarnate.
Oh no.
I had most of the map done, like the sculpting anyway. I didn't like label to put down cities or anything yet, so there's no loss there, but I'm still pissed. It's okay though.
First we don't succeed, do it again.
Jeez, I zoned out there for a minute.
Okay. So, music. That's why I wanted to get into Roll20, so I could start the music, and we could not have to sit in silence.
Nope, just sit here in silence. No talking aloud.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You can see the reflection in my glasses of my entire thing. You can't read it, so it's fine.
Alright.
I've done that at Ungodly O'Clock, and then, like, because I was, like, on the Twitch thing, and they're like, are you on Twitch? I'm like, no. It's like, I can see in your glasses. Okay, I might be.
Oh yeah, I need to add you guys on Twitch real quick.
Off. Okay. Do not disturb on.
Sophie Shizuka. I need to go close the bird's door because they're not gonna stop.
Oh.
Why is it like? Oh! Oh no!
The eternal window.
I don't.
Goes on forever.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that's amazing! I love it!
Well done.
Wait, if I do this, does it even make it worse?
Stop it!
This is how you get Inception.
Hold on, I gotta find your all's Twitch names because I lost them. I don't know where they are. Christina, what are you on Twitch?
Tempest Libris. I'm a good girl with my social media handles.
I am not Septimus.
I am not Septimus.
What are you? Just the regular 96? Yeah. Okay.
The 96 is silent.
Okay. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Oh, I didn't get more black tape.
Alright. So, where's Batty? Where's Random? They're both gone.
Disappearing players.
Also, let me go shut the bird's door so that they'll like not be screaming. Also, I may have an interruption in about 30 minutes. I'm just gonna have to open the door, hand someone a piece of paper, and then I'll be good to go. So.
Dealing with the drugs, huh?
No, Molly's gotta come over and sign her name to get herself off of my bank account. So, I will be right back. Let me go shut the bird door. Are you a good
Birds. Birds. I literally spent an hour playing with my neighbour's garden. Not garden? Dog in the garden. There we go. Got the words in the right order. I was just like, I came home and he was just waiting for me, and I'm like, oh, hello. It's like an hour later. It's like, can I have my dog back? It's like, no. Okay. Oh shit! I should go put some makeup on and get ready for the D&D game.
I wish my dog did that, except for when my mum walks into the room, he ignores everybody. He just loves my mum, and my mum gets really annoyed because she wants him to hang out with everyone else. And it's like, nope, he loves you too much. I'm sorry, he is now yours, even though he's my dog.
Okay, on my to-do list is now get helmet for guard captain for Little Rabbit, stick it in the Day King, brackets a dagger, Septimus, nothing else.
At least you have your goals in order.
Don't forget, think of more puns. Tree puns.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Oh, I should have asked you a question.
You know what? We're all missing the best one. Just say you're a treat, but spell it like tree.
Oh, that was one of them. I hope you get better with some treatment.
Oh my god.
Was Septimus gonna say that in reference to Twigs's non-existent
Miss-
dead mother?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The body dice has been gotten out for the puns. The body dice has been acquired.
Pun to get bodied.
Alright, so... Let me move my camera, it's driving me nuts. Whoa. Alright, so last week we had a little bit of a more spread out session where everybody did their own thing, and Septimus got a nice little card that he can flip over and receive and send messages to Oberon. It may not say help at some point.
Cool.
Fox got hit in the head by a rock. Or was it a rock?
Yeah, it was a rock.
Fox got
It was
hit in the
like-
head by a rock.
Or that the names are all swapped around under stream.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
What you say?
Oh
I
no.
think it's now random.
You know what?
And the only one who's actually got their name is me.
It's like musical chairs.
No, I have mine. It's just crooked. Alright. It's crooked and you can't read
Earth
it.
Mom.
The Earth Mom. There. Okay. So, not everyone's identity is
You
correct.
did it.
Yeah, we had a more of a little housekeeping session last week where we did various things around the Summer Palace. Oberon hinted at some things to Septimus, which he didn't pick up.
Oh no, I think he picked it up. Septimus just did not acknowledge it.
Roth and V had a little bit of time in the morning where they discussed some things. You guys
And failed to throw.
failed,
Really
Yeah.
badly.
failed to throw badly. Nilo got assaulted by a friendly Grey Render named Pom Pom.
Yep.
And Twigs got some cute little items from his boyfriend that were full of fish puns. And Nora had a nightmare. Nora question mark
Everyone-
had a nightmare.
Being fun. And then Nora got a nightmare.
And
Nora
then
didn't sleep
you guys went down to the cages again after some sleep. And Septimus is still interested in whatever's in that cage down in the bottom, and V very much wants to talk to Nactix. So we'll start at the cage because I think that's where we left off. Was you guys walking down to the cage?
We left off with someone touching a medallion that we didn't know was bad.
Ah, yes, that's right. V touched the Sentinel's medallion that he was toying with in the cage, and it exploded into dust, and now she's got a point of corruption and can't see
Yep.
the sun.
And I can see in the dark extremely well.
So that's where we'll start.
Yay.
Can I start by pulling V over to the side, like kind of out of the way to where the prisoner can't hear us? That's all right.
Yeah. I have a quick question as well, if you don't mind. This point of corruption is visible in her eyes, right? You said they turned completely black.
They turned black with a tiny little speck of green, like right in the center, like bright green, sickly looking
And
light,
they're
like
still
little
like that?
pinpoints. Yeah.
Huh. Alright. Sorry to interrupt, just wanted to make sure.
Okay. So yeah, I guess. Okay. Can you come over here for a second? I motion over to V.
V will go with Twigs. She trusts Twigs like 100%. You know.
Yeah,
it's
Twigs will never lie to you.
Exactly. Okay, so first, wait, what's wrong with your eyes? Oh no, never mind. We'll talk about later. I understand you really want to talk to him, and I'm gonna let you. But I think if we're gonna get any information out of him, I'm gonna have to butter him up first. Is there any thing we could use as leverage to scare him involved, from the time you've known him? Or maybe something you specifically can do that may frighten him? Anything in that sort of realm?
She's just gonna sigh because knowing Nactix, he is extremely difficult to break. I don't think I have actually seen him crack under any type of pressure. He's a lot smarter than what he looks like, for obvious reasons.
Okay, but how do you think he would do? Not saying we should do this, but how do you think he would react towards torture?
Quite honestly, you would probably be there for a very long time.
Okay.
But I would like to talk to him before you begin buttering up.
If you want, I was just going to do something that might make you seem more frightening, as it were. But if you just want to talk to him normally, I can just let you do that.
Oh, I can guarantee he has seen something more frightening than me.
Okay.
And with that, she's gonna walk back over to the group. And she is actually going to end up casting silence on the group, and she's going to use silence to block any gaps in the cell that on the outside of the cell, because sound doesn't go through the actual silence 20 feet bubble. And she's also going to place it so that the back of the cell actually has access to talk to without being
Fox is an idiot and doesn't notice a damn thing. God,
That's
Fox.
if I can do that. Because she kind of doesn't want to hear people with conversations. Oh, well done. I can get away with so much more shit.
Okay. Fox doesn't notice anything being done.
Yeah. And she is also going to shift into a little hair and squeeze through the bars, the iron bars that separate the group from that corpse. And when she's in the cell, she's going to shift back to her true form, and she's literally going to grab him underneath the arm and because from what I remember, he's sitting down with his back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna drag him to the back of the cell where the spell
Strength
isn't.
check.
Give me 2 seconds.
And if you can read the rollout, just because I don't have that window up right now for the chat.
18.
We'll use the Night King dice for him today. Okay, he resists a little bit, but he's still very much injured, and you have not much trouble dragging him to the back of the cage.
Alright. So she's pretty much going to shove him a little bit, not too much. And she's pretty much just going to go, look, I've got 10 minutes, so behave, I'm not interested in whatever or whoever you are working for. I just need to know a few things.
You don't say anything.
She's just gonna, like, wondering if he wants her to continue.
He doesn't
I
say
should
anything.
take that as a sure.
You're
My companions,
frozen.
not my friends, however, will do their best to get.
And there she goes.
You think she's still talking on her end?
Probably.
I feel like Septimus this whole time is just like,
This is almost accurate from what the party can hear.
yeah.
While we're waiting for her to come back, what are you guys doing for the fact that she just cast silence, transformed, and slipped into the cage and threw him against the wall?
We can't hear anything from where we are, but she cast a spell, so
I'm just gonna turn the
now
names
the
off.
names.
I'm just gonna turn them off because that's gonna bother me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, keeping secrets ain't very nice.
And keep in mind, you can't hear each other talking to each other either. So Septimus is just ranting right now, and no one can hear a thing.
I'm gonna wild shape into a mouse and go into the cell.
Okay.
Twigs is just like thinking to himself, like, they better not fuck this up. God damn it.
You're in a silence spell. Can you hear your own thoughts?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm back.
No, you're fine. Nilo is snuck into the cell as well.
Oh, okay.
But as a mouse.
Is V gonna notice?
Roll perception with disadvantage since you're busy and you rolled you cast silence.
Can I roll stealth as a mouse?
Yeah, advantage since there's silence in your mouth since she's distracted.
Alright. I'm just gonna look up the mouse stats real quick.
Oof. Oh, I keep forgetting to make your sheets. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a rat stats because there's no mouse stat.
After the session, give me a list of the animal shapes that you want to use, just like a limited list for right now, and I'll bring the
They're
sheets
all
up.
they're all in the Roll20 compendium.
Okay.
I can just search up the one I want and it'll be there. Really? Okay then. Rats apparently don't have any bonus to stealth.
I'm just
But you said I have advantage, right?
Yeah, because the silent spell and she's distracted.
Alright. 16.
You see him come into the cage.
Okay. She's gonna turn around and glare at the mouse.
Oh.
Like it's a glare of, if you don't get out, I will squash you.
Wow, she must really hate the stones in this place. Why would she be mad at me? We're friends. Nilo will slowly back away. But he's gonna go back in the silence, but he's still gonna stay in the cell.
Okay. She's gonna be aware of you. Okay. Sorry about the disconnection earlier. I don't know what happened.
No, it's fine.
It was your disconnection from the party, acting alone. Going lone rabbit, not wolf, that's me.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna continue now.
So he left the cage.
So he's left the cage?
Nilo's left the cage, or is he staying in it?
I'm in the cage, but I'm in the silence as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's going to. If you try to step out, even your head, she will glare at you. So I suggest you be truthful without breaking your oath of whatever deal you have made with your blind kings and mad queens, and all the complete mess of nobles and annoyances. But first, I actually want to know: are you born from the old lands, or are you one of those peasant Trufe that were left out?
Peasant true face, she calls them.
They
Peasants.
weren't born there, so she's just like, yeah, just peasant.
Yep.
He looks up at you and he glances over at Fox. Kinda scoffs a bit and then looks back at you. You would call them peasants, wouldn't you? Got your nice royal fox there.
He can be nice sometimes. Look, I basically just want to know, why did you want me to help you with the Drow Rebellion? Because there were other people who were much more skilled than I.
Freaking pen just leaps into the infinite. He looks at you. You seemed like useful cannon fodder.
And yet, you specifically didn't leave me when I got an axe to the face. Instead, you spent an entire month looking after me. So if I was cannon fodder, why didn't you leave when the rest of your companions did?
Not my companions.
Nor why did you stay? You could have just left. Unless there was something that you specifically wanted, but you didn't get it. Or you did. she's just gonna get, like, she's a little bit frustrated now.
He's shut his mouth now, he's not gonna say anything else. Not on that. That's
Really just what I wanted to know, and I didn't want anyone else to listen on that.
You don't want
Let
them
alone
to
Fox.
know what you really are.
At
I'll
least
tell
not yet.
them.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you would.
He's like looking at his nails now. They're covered in dried blood and everything else.
Look, in the future, no matter what it is, I am willing to help you in exchange for you to help me. However, and you may be laughing right now, but there's going to be a point. You originally could have convinced me to help you in the beginning.
It's not him, that's me.
But, and you knew how detached I was from the Fae, and it would have been very simple and very easy for me to aid in whatever weird quest mission you're doing. Hopefully willingly. If not willingly, then you're an idiot. Of which reminds me, and I am at this point she's actually going to like lift up her shirt to show her a massive scar that he should recognize a little bit because it's similar to the blight scar that she has on her back. And it's like a very long scar that pretty much goes from her stomach, lower stomach, all the way up into her chest, but she's not going to lift her up, obviously. About a month ago, our little friend showed up and gutted me at my camp. I know he is aware of you, so I am just going to warn you. There's a possibility if he stumbles across you, he is going to want to find me because you are the last person he saw with me. So I would appreciate a fair warning in the future. At least if you run into him. Or not. It just means he'll probably die. And with that, she's gonna uncast, dismiss silence, and shift into her little rabbit form and just walk off.
You, fancy lady, can you get rid of this? Oh, I can hear myself think.
She's gonna slip through the bars again.
He's just sitting there looking like this with his, like, claw in his mouth.
And then she's gonna pop out. It's like, well, that was a complete waste of time. And she's just gonna walk out. Like, it was literally a complete waste of time for her. She's just kind of walk up the stairs a little bit away from everyone.
She's a rabbit. And she can cast. Okay.
Nilo will also run out of the cell and turn back into Nilo.
Oh God.
Surprise. Anyway.
You can change into animals too. Who knew?
You did.
I
did
know.
before.
I'm just, yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
you
was
do.
being my
Fantastic.
yes.
I understand now. And then he looks at Twigs. So, my little friend, I understand you're going to be the one doing some talking, yeah?
I guess I could. I don't know how much I'm gonna get out of him, but I do have a couple ideas.
Where?
Does anybody have any iron? I'm not gonna kill him. I just...
Well, we don't have any iron. Well, I don't have any iron on us, but you do have these fancy iron bars that you could incorporate to your interrogation techniques.
That is really smart.
You know what else is really smart? I cast Enhance Ability Eagle Splendor. Did it show up? No, it didn't.
Nope.
Come on!
Smack it.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Okay.
Alright, Eagle Splendor. The target has advantage on charisma checks for an hour.
Hell yeah. Well, I feel a little bit more confident for some reason.
It's
You
because
look
the
very
spell. It's a
splendid.
fake fear that will wear off in an hour. I mean, yeah. You got this.
Okay, okay, wait. Let's huddle up first for a second. wait
Fox
a minute.
will walk away to go check on V.
Okay.
She's probably sitting on a step.
He's not gonna
Like
say
a sullen
anything.
child.
Like, she's having a small little tantrum. Like,
Minute for every one of your life.
you know, she slightly didn't get the reaction she wanted specifically for the last part, so she's kind of sulking right now.
Okay, guys, is there anything specific you want to know out of this guy before we start?
What's he up to? Is he trying to kill Oberon? Is he trying to fuck Oberon? Because I'm kind of also interested in that.
I
I'm
don't
not saying
think
wouldn't.
I don't think he's
What?
trying
Okay,
to...
Why
you
is
know,
that
you could just
important?
ask it.
Why
you know,
he
it's
brought
just like-
that creature?
That. Why did he bring the little pom pom? I can't even
Mhm.
remember what it is now. Grey
Who's he
render.
looking for? Where'd he come from?
Okay, I
Why is
think
he a dick?
I think that's just how he is.
Yeah.
But I'll,
Okay.
I'll try to get that out of them too. Okay. So, question: how healthy does he look currently?
On a scale of 1 to Currently, probably at about 30 points.
Okay.
You guys did a lot to him, and they didn't heal him all that much. They just kind of stabilized him a bit, and...
I'm going to actually cast Healing Word on him. Because I really don't know what the next thing I'm going to do is going to how it's going to affect him.
Roll the healing points.
Yep. That's 6 healing? Shit. Okay. Next, I'm going to try to... Okay, how far is he away from the bars? Is
He's
next?
up against the wall. He didn't move from where V threw him against the wall. He's just sitting there
How
playing
many
with his
feet
fingernails.
specifically?
10. So the cell's 10 by 10, so he's probably about 9 feet away from the bars.
Okay, shit. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, I won't do that. I'll just go up to the bars. So, do you know anything about scarification? This isn't related to anything. I was just wondering.
Say it again?
Scarification.
Ori is not aware. Ori is the one that is confused.
Well, okay, so scarification is essentially what happens when it's like kind of like getting a tattoo, but by scarring yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've not heard that term. I know what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He just looks at you and gives like a short nod.
You know, funny thing about us fairies, we tend to our iron wounds tend to not heal so good. Next question. Is he looking at me currently?
Kinda halfway. He's dismissive.
Okay. Do you know anything about anybody named Disdain?
Roll insight. He looks at you in a certain kind of funny way.
God damn it!
He looks completely trustworthy.
God damn it! I was banking on that so much. Okay, that's fine. I can respect it.
Oh, she's a name. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
What name?
Hold on.
What name did you
Sorry.
say?
Disdain.
Like disdain, D-I-S-D-A-I-N?
It's Thistane.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Alright, DM's gone. That's quiet.
Sophie. Sophie!
Aww. Look at what I can do today.
So he's like, the door's open, I can escape. Look at that tail.
I literally have useless in massive words under what I've literally just. I'm just like, fuck.
Well, you tried.
Did your best.
He gave it the old wizard college try. No, wait, bard college try. Wizard school. Like, wizards go to school, but bards go to college? Okay. That schooling system seems whack.
Have you considered it might be a wizard university?
That's true. That's
Okay,
true. That's
sorry
true.
about that.
They use fancier word.
That's in that one. I'm not even. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. You both are terrible at rolling today, but he rolled 1 point better than you did.
Fair.
My rolls today are not great. This dice is failing me today.
Nope, keep it that way. I prefer it that way.
Is Twig the only one that can insight this?
You guys can insight it if he knows something. He didn't roll very high to hide it, so
We can all do it.
yeah.
Alright, if you
For
allow
me,
it.
'cause I'm not there.
Nope. I also
Yeah.
believe him. I'm also thinking about that door. I want to open the door. The door. It's
Actually,
right there.
Nora, Septimus, and Nilo, you all can see that he knows something with his expression. He rolled a 2. Like a natural 2 plus whatever his modifier is. But you all can tell that he knows something that he's hiding.
Well, seems you hit the nail on the head, friend. That's a human expression.
I don't talk to humans.
Neither do I. I just heard it in port one day. It sounded stupid. I don't know what a nail is.
Anyways, yeah, if you don't know who he is, he's essentially this really, really talented individual, gifted in many arts, including music, writing, I believe, and scarification. Now, I'm sure you've felt iron against your skin. I don't know if you've felt iron against your skin for an elongated period of time, being pressed against it to make a certain pattern on your body. But, you know, I've learned from the best. And Twigs is actually going to try to awkwardly roll up his sleeves to where nobody behind him can see it, but specifically the prisoner can.
Who's standing directly next to him? Roll perception.
Enhance ability is touch, so I had to be next to you.
Sleight of hand, Twigs, for you.
Okay. I will do that. Shit. I can't find my goddamn sheet. Here we go. Sleight of hand. Holy shit.
We got the exact opposites. How nice.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody sees it.
Yeah. Twigs doesn't want anybody to see it, so I guess that makes sense. How long have I been talking to this guy for?
Just a few minutes, not long.
Can I use this Words of Terror?
Now I gotta change the freaking names again! Turning them off. What does it do?
Basically, I make him frightened if he needs to pass a wisdom save.
What's your spell save?
My spell save is 15.
We use the orange dice now, because the black and blue dice is failing. That one, you're just as bad. You're both in dice jail. Alright.
Ori, I wouldn't be too concerned about the names.
I'm not. I got rid
The
of them.
names show up.
Yeah, they're just hard to read. I got rid of them though.
Oh.
He fails.
Okay, so he's frightened of me?
Until he's damaged, so...
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he has to talk, though.
Okay, but...
But he is scared, so he'll have disadvantage.
Yeah, however, has disadvantage. Okay. We want to know what you were doing, what that creature is, and who sent you. And I'm going to roll intimidation while getting slightly closer to the bar. Not quite touching it, but showing him that I'm not scared of it, I guess. Intimidation. 19.
Intimidation uses your wisdom, correct?
My charisma.
Oh, well, for me to incite it.
Oh, yeah, insight.
It's wisdom. Either way, he passes.
Oh, God damn it.
He rolled a 14 and a 17 naturally plus his modifier.
Okay. That's
Sorry
all
about
right.
that.
You're fine. He just looks at you. He looks like he's like chewing on his cheek a little bit at this point.
Well, shit, I got nothing.
I could just throw a fireball in there and, you know, see how quick he ducks. Probably won't talk for very long, though. He'll probably just scream. Hi, buddy. Oh, I just want to go see what's in the door. Do you know what's in that door? It's just like gesturing, like, what's in there? No. Oh, God. Why are you so silent? V, I don't like your friend. And he's just going to join V on the step and just be like, it's really annoying.
V's just gonna yell out, I don't like him either.
Well, you've done a whole lot of threatening and without much success.
Does he want anything?
Whatever he's chewing on now in his mouth, he's playing with his tongue now.
Oh, God, it's too... I'm not there, I'm on a step.
Like he's got almost, it's almost like he's got like something in his mouth and he's like moving it around with his tongue.
I am going to cast suggestion on him.
You can try, go ahead.
Okay. Is that against my...
What is it, 14?
Yeah, it's 15.
I'm dumb today. He's at disadvantage, right? Yeah. Oh, baby, no. Oh, baby, that was a nat 20 on the other dice. Plus what? What is
Good,
it?
you're
Wisdom
supposed to fail.
save 15?
Yeah.
Just fails.
Okay, Twig's gonna say, spit it out and bring it to me.
He looks like he's trying to fight it really hard.
Okay.
Whatever you're telling him to spit out, and he begrudgingly spits out. There's some blood in his mouth, and what appears to be a capsule. You don't know what's in it though.
Okay.
And he brings it over.
He brings it over. Okay, I'm gonna take it from him. And I'm gonna motion over to my friends. How much you like to bet this is poison?
I mean, I could try.
Oh, is B back there?
I can let you know in about 10 minutes.
Actually, Nilo Septimus, I want you two to... Are you following him? Are you guys with him now? Like close to
Yeah.
Bat Twigs? Okay.
Yeah.
You two
Over.
instantly are able to sense that it's not poison. It's like iron dust in a pill.
That's iron dust.
Oh, he's gonna choke and die, and it's gonna be real great. Good death, buddy. Like, it's not a great way to go. Good. V, if you want to say anything to your friend, he's about like 30 seconds away from dying.
Does the capsule look like it's been pierced?
Partially. He was starting
Yeah.
he was starting to pierce it when you guys...
I'm gonna take the pill. I don't like that.
Just get away
the
from it.
Iron.
V's kind of
iron-
conflicted. She doesn't know. She still considers him as a friend, but at the same time, he's a fucking liar. And she's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Like, she has no idea what to do because one, he's not listening, and two, he's not the same person that she knew for obvious reasons.
Does iron create like a poisoning effect in Fae, or is it something different?
It is poison. It will... If it's in the bloodstream, they will die within a certain amount of time. If you ingest it, it will burn them from the inside out. It's burning. It's burn damage. It's not... It's acid damage.
Right.
Okay.
So if they ingest it, then...
Yep. It's real bad, you guys. Real bad.
It's the Fey version of a cyanide pill.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're on a time limit. Okay, V, quick. I'm gonna run
Yeah,
over to V.
V will kind of come back
And
after.
Fox will come over too.
His pill has been pierced, or he doesn't have the pill anymore.
Yep.
Probably doesn't have much time left. I can potentially not threaten him, persuade him, but it may cost his life.
He ingested about half of it, not all of it.
Not all of it. Okay. I'll convey that.
I mean, if it's similar to the poison, I can try to get rid of it. I don't know if it'd work.
You can always try.
What did
I can always try.
Fox will step in because he didn't hear the whole conversation. He was busy trying to.
Iron powder.
That's not poison, though.
Yeah, that's what was my concern.
It causes burn damage. And he actually rolls up his sleeves, and V has seen these before, but he's got iron scars similar to what Bledden had, Twigs, on his wrists, and he pulls down his collar, and you can see it around his neck.
Okay.
It burns the outside, so imagine what it does to the inside. If we don't... There's not much we can do.
I have an idea.
We could
Okay.
try to heal him, but it probably won't
He
work.
ingested it, right?
Mm-hmm.
With my knowledge as a druid, would I be able to druid craft some sort of herb or fruit that would induce vomiting in a fey?
I'll let you roll to see if you can do it. If you can come up with the
All right,
right plant. Roll a nature roll for me to
All
see if
right.
you can come up with the right plant.
Here I go.
He's still gonna have some burn damage if he does.
Yeah,
Um,
19.
okay, you managed to come up with a plant that you know will cause vomiting if ingested, but it's not poisonous.
All right. I druid craft that and ask someone to open the bars.
Fox will open the bars.
All right.
He retrieved the key from Ivan before you came down.
All right. Now, friend, open wide.
He's not scared of you.
Oh,
Open.
I'm sorry. That wasn't a request. And Nyla will force his stupid mouth hole open.
Get that stupid mouth hole open right now.
Yeah. See if I have anything that would force it open.
If you don't, I have something. Or not
Okay.
force it open, but force him to swallow.
Man, context is not a thing we need right now. All right. Can I just try to strength check this?
Mm-hmm.
Or athletics or whatever?
Strength is fine.
Alrighty. They're both the same. Natural 20.
You pop his jaw open without much effort.
right.
Ooh.
It hurts a lot, you can tell.
Now
But
take your medicine.
let me see if he can make a con save.
V is just leaning up against a wall and watching.
Yeah. Nat 20 disadvantage?
Does he have disadvantage?
I don't know.
Oh. No. I will give him disadvantage, but either way, he rolled over 20, so...
Fuck.
He looks nauseous, but he doesn't vomit yet.
Oh, he's keeping it down for now.
He rolled a
Stomach
natural
punch.
15 and a natural 19. His con save is plus 6.
But what if I punched him in the stomach?
That'll help it, probably.
I shall punch him in the stomach.
He pukes all over you, and you get iron dust all over you, and stomach acid and whatever else he had in his stomach at the time. And some blood.
My arm's burning, so I know it worked. Fuck.
And some blood, obviously, because he's burned on the inside now. Actually.
Got it.
That's gonna leave some great scars. Puke scars. Yay!
He is not doing so hot right now.
Well, Septimus, it was for the worthy cause, and with my puke hand, I'll just put my hand on their shoulder, not to touch their skin with the iron, just to leave this good old stain. I'm gonna go wash this off, and I will leave temporarily.
Fox is gonna go find a healer for the prisoner.
Well, while they are trying to find a healer,
Before Nilo leaves, he'll just shout back to Twix, "You're still very charismatic."
Yeah. Okay.
she'll heal him a little bit more.
Alright, so what are you okay, you're gonna, okay. Alright, that, he looks slightly better, but it doesn't do as much as you hoped it would because, you know, iron wounds, so. He's gonna need some long-term healing for that.
No, it was just
Yeah.
make him feel a little better about himself. Just a little bit.
He's not at 2 hit points anymore.
Wait, so is Broth gone?
Roth went up the stairs with Nilo to go find a medic.
Okay. You'll wait a little bit to make sure he's out of distance. Just so she's gonna see if she can actually get out of his hearing range, basically, is what she's waiting for. And she's gonna come up to the bar's edge. She's just gonna be like, "You're a fucking idiot. Can't believe I even liked you." And she's just gonna walk off. Fall out the stairs.
Or is it just Twigs, Nora, and Septimus now?
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna change that.
Nora question mark.
There.
Well, I like question mark.
I'm gonna change it to Nora exclamation mark.
Alright, so what are you three doing? He's currently not in a good way on the floor, still like gasping, but
Okay, I'm gonna actually try to go up to the bars again.
okay.
Okay, so the way I see it, you'll probably be here for a while, considering we just took away your only, chance at killing yourself.
He coughs and laughs and spits out some blood. Who said I was going to be here for a while? He coughs some more. She touched my amulet.
Oh, fuck.
I was touching my amulet before she took it.
How about this? You tell us what the amulet does.
It's a Sentinel's amulet.
Sentinel's amulet.
It's obvious what it is.
Well, I'm gonna roll history on that. Shit. 21.
You know the Sentinels of all the courts? The Sentinels are the special forces of each ruler. The Night Court and the Day Court Sentinels are the more highly trained ones, obviously, because they're the high courts. But the seasonal courts have their own Sentinels. The amulet is what they use to communicate with each other.
Okay.
He may or may not have activated that communication feature, and V may or may not have activated its safety feature, which is to disintegrate. And that's an SOS, maybe, question mark.
I am going to huddle with my 2 other compatriots to where he cannot hear us. I'm gonna just say, "Shit, I think we're fucked. whoever sent him knows where he is, probably. Probably need to form Oberon as soon as possible.
You should definitely go do that.
You hear some rattling of chains down the hall, too, as you say these things. Something is noticed as you are down there.
Wait, can't you, like, talk to Oberon directly or something? He's gonna point to
Oh, I have to go really far, like, up the thing. You'll be quicker. You seem very quick.
I'm actually very slow. I have tiny legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
I mean, I can go if you want, but I was kind of trying to, interrogate this guy further before, he potentially leads out from the inside. But, if you want to do that, it's fine. But I can go if you really want me to, and you can stay alone with the crazy lunatic.
He starts doing that Joker laugh, but it sounds really ragged and like full of blood.
I'm just gonna put my hand into my breast pocket and then just think, bad guys? Question mark. Defense stuff? Question mark. You're hot. Definitely. No question mark. And then just went, alright. Off you go. I'll stay here with the sidecar. I've got, Nora? Nora, what's your name? No, have we been introduced? Hello again. Yes, you.
Yep. Yeah, I introduced myself.
You look, she looks very intimidating. I think we got it.
Twigs is gonna roll his eyes and just slowly saunter upstairs and try to find Oberon.
I feel a little insulted.
You can go with him if you want to. If you're too scared, I want you to feel comfortable.
I can be a little intimidating.
I will leave it to you, Mistress of the Spring Court. Is he working for the Spring Court? Do you know him? Not like everybody in the Spring Court knows each other.
Roll history with advantage.
Me?
Yep.
I know stuff, sort of, I guess.
You're unsure because most of the time when the Spring Sentinels are on duty in their uniforms, they're wearing those masks that hide their face.
I'm not entirely sure.
You may have. They each have a different mask, and his mask looks familiar, but you don't know if it was him under it.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much can you keep a secret? I just kind of like look at her like,
sure.
Cool. Just gonna. Is he close to the bars?
The prisoner?
Yeah.
He's like on his hands and knees in the middle of the cell, so he's about 5 feet away.
You don't have mage hand, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, you can't drag him to the bars, can you?
I think it's only like 10 pounds in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boo!
I could throw something at him, but
Alright. Never mind, that goes that brilliant plan. Just kind of look down the hallway where I know there's a chain rattling and I want to go look at the door, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay. Hey, buddy. I'll give you the rest of the capsule if you give me the name of your higher up. Just one person higher than you.
He just turns his head and looks at you. Like, are you serious right now?
I've got the only thing you want, which is a sweet death. It's a very violent death. Have you ever seen somebody choke on iron before? The way it rots from the inside out, until you can't breathe, until they're spitting out the form of the stomach. It's a beautiful death. I highly recommend it. I'll give that to you. If you just tell me one person.
I was just sitting there with a death glare, just like... fucking do it.
He'll get up and walk over.
Mhm.
He'll limp over. He's slow because he's obviously very hurt right now. And he'll hold his...
It's done and over with.
I want you to make... Alright, where are you holding it?
It's behind.
Dex save.
And do the twisty body.
Oh no.
I want you to make a dex save.
God damn it. God damn it.
My old friend is about to die. Damn it.
What did you roll?
16/17. So 16 if it's not an advantage, 17 if it is. Because I'm pretty. That's the only reason.
I don't know what to do when it matches. Okay, I know what I'm
Matches
doing.
the defender, I believe.
Yeah. It depends. It depends because I've talked to some people who'd say if it matches, the attacker wins, and
If it meets,
matches-
it beats. Usually is the way I've heard it, but
That's for AC.
well,
It's up to you in the end.
Yeah.
okay. What I'm gonna do? He moves a lot faster than you think he can move when he's injured, and he gets a hold of your fist, but he can't get it before you jerk it away. You're both holding, like, he's got your fist, but you didn't get away in time. But he does not have the capsule.
So
You really want to die, don't you? Interesting.
He's gonna.
I'm gonna enjoy finding out who you work for.
He's gonna take your hand while he's still got it and kind of try and force it up to your mouth.
Okay.
Just try and do mage hand.
So I want you to
Grab it.
make a strength save. Why are you like fist bumping and saying yes? V is not.
I mean, like, this is something that V would expect him to do, but she wouldn't cheer on if she was watching. This is just me going, yes! It's exactly how I want him to be.
Strength save. What are you doing with the mage hand?
Oh, I was gonna grab the capsule of mage hand.
Oh, she's got her in her fist, and he's got his hand around hers, or his.
Okay.
Like,
Can I
your hand is
cast
like
a
this,
spell?
and his is like this. On the
Can I
back of
cast a
yours.
spell as a reaction?
Depends on what the reaction is.
Misty step, motherfucker! Poof! Nope.
I'll let you do that, but I still want you to make the strength save.
Cool. This is not
Just
gonna
to
go
see
well.
it, just to see if he pulls this off before you. Oh no, okay. He rolled a 16 and an 18. I'm giving him disadvantage on everything right now. He rolled a 16.
Yeah, I got a 9. I got a 9.
So he manages to
solid
to
9.
get your fist up at your mouth, and it kind of starts to slide into your mouth, but then you Wednesday step away.
Backhand.
Your lips are a little bit bloody now, but you didn't get anything in your mouth.
Well, he's fun. Let's leave him to rot.
The chains down the hall are rattling, and now there's like a growling
Oh,
noise.
really? What did I so badly? It's like just gonna be like, right.
He
Let's
starts
leave him to rot.
cackling from inside the cage and coughing and spitting out more blood. At this point, Oberon, the card in your pocket kind of like, I don't want to say vibrates because it's not cell phone. It makes a little,
It's a vibrating card now.
the sparkle
And
noise.
then it's single.
The sparkle noise. You know what I mean by the sparkle noise? It makes the sparkle noise. But it's like
the
the
pop of glitter from your pocket.
like the chime noise. Yeah, well, something. It's Oberon. It's whatever it is extra. Rose petal just flips out of your pocket. You manage to get upstairs with Fox and find a healer who takes care of you easily enough. It does take him a minute because it is iron, but he manages to get it off. You get cleaned up. Fox takes the healer back down the stairs. You Are you with Fox, V?
Wow.
I think V would have been halfway up the stairs by the
Okay.
time they came down, so she's gone like
Oh, fuck!
and just turned around.
I just stabbed myself in the leg with a pen.
Oh, well done.
Good job.
Like right where I shouldn't have stabbed myself.
This is
But
the
yeah,
appropriate place
she'll
to stab
follow
yourself.
them back down.
It was really close to somewhere else that could have gotten stabbed. Like right in the fold of my leg, like it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Twigs, you, after a little bit of searching, you run into Oberon, who is actually making his way towards you, like he's getting ready to go down the stairs.
Hey, big guy.
Can't talk, got to go down the stairs.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. I'll follow you.
Okay.
Okay. So, the little amulet that was on the prisoner sentinel guy may have sent a message back to his employers. So there's a chance that whoever he's working for knows where he is currently, and probably that he's being slightly tortured, quote unquote.
You did what?
I didn't. Okay, I only used threats. I didn't actually touch him. I don't know what Septimus is doing right now. He seems kind of like a softie, so I don't think he's gonna do anything bad or anything. But
Yes,
you
he's
know,
very soft, but that's no. So, what has happened?
like I said, we took his Spring Sentinel amulet, which is a communication device.
Oh no, you never touched those.
Yeah, well, I didn't do it. It was V who did it, and I want you to know that because her eyes like turned really weird and black and green. I thought it was unrelated at the time, but I think it might be. Listen, it's confusing. I don't know half of what's going on. I just know you need to know.
Twigs is a wingman. Yes. It's now in my notes.
So, you're telling me, let me get this straight, right? So let me get this straight. He had his amulet and was using it. She took it from him and touched it, which then did something to her. I assume the amulet destroyed itself because they're all set to do that.
Yes, it did.
You do know that, yes, you do know it sends out an SOS, so... Alright, well, I'll be right back, and he turns around. Goes back the way he came. You can come with me if you wish, but...
I will.
He's gonna go up the stairs to the not private portion of the castle. He's gonna go down the stairs into what looks to be like offices, like meeting areas, not offices like we would think now, but like meeting areas, war chambers. And he hits a rune on a table. It's just a rose-shaped rune with a sun, and it's got some writing around it you don't understand, but he smacks it, it lights up, and you hear footsteps coming down the hallway. Just a few of the sentinels, his sentinels, come down the hallway, and he just looks at them. Can you go make sure that the spring sentinels don't cause any problems? There's been a miscommunication. I will deal with it when they arrive. Just have them wait in there. And he points to another room that looks a bit more secure and looks like it might be primed for trapping people inside if he needs to. And they just do their soldierly duty, nod, and go wait. They also go
That's not
alert
a
the rest
giant-
of the guards to, like, keep an eye out just in case some decide to sneak in.
That's not a giant cage that drops down from the ceiling. It's a chandelier.
It smells trap. Excuse me while I just do this elaborate wheel and cheese.
But he orders them to put extra guards down in the he orders for extra guards to go down to the dungeons as well. So those of you that are down there's a time limit now for whatever you intend on trying to do. You don't know that, though. And then Oberon starts to head back down the stairs.
Okay, I'll follow.
Okay.
Oh, one other detail I forgot to mention. Through my expertise, I was able to take out a pill of iron dust that he was planning on ingesting to kill himself. He kind of swallowed a little bit of it. We gotta throw out most of it, so he should still live. But he also made this really worrisome statement that he wouldn't be in the cell long, despite the fact that he can no longer kill himself.
There's always a way, but I doubt that that's what he's referring to.
Okay. I just needed to clear the air. Just know none of it is my fault. And let's head downstairs.
He stops you and like puts his hands on your shoulders, and he's tall, and so he's much taller than you. And it's like Link looking at Sidon. He just kind of pets you on the head a little bit. I don't think it's your fault. Now let's go down the stairs.
Well, okay then.
He smells a lot like roses and sunshine, if sunshine had a smell.
Sunshine and lollipops.
Thank you for describing, so none of us have to lean in and ask what's he smelled like.
Amazing.
What's he smell like?
I'm never gonna live that down. That wasn't even intentional. Alright.
I'm just gonna look at Nora and just be like, do you want to check out what the rattling is while we're down here? I mean, you know, it's just over there. You seem intrigued by it. You look really keen to go look.
Sure.
Yes. He's just gonna literally be like, yes! Just be like, okay, you take the lead.
Okay.
First. You look strong.
No.
He kind of just looks and goes, okay, like,
No.
you know. Alright.
She
Wanna-
like
do you
she
wanna
like
see-
looks at herself and she's like a twig and she's just like no muscle at all. She's like, yeah, definitely.
Would you say you're wise? Does this feel like a wise decision? I feel like this feels like a wise decision. I think we should do it. I think you made a really good suggestion. Go and look at that chain over there.
Oh, you know, okay. Okay.
Feels like a really bad decision.
I spent all morning on this, just so you know, because I knew you'd try to break into that cage.
It was just like, oh, okay, no, we shouldn't break into cages. We shouldn't look in cages. Like, this seems like a bad idea.
The chains
Why did
start.
you try and get me to go look at the cage?
You see hands, really long, spindly fingers, just grab the cage bars down the hall with the chains across it and just start shaking the shit out of it.
We should go the other way. I don't know why you wanted to go look at the cage so much. God, Nora, you people in the spring court are like wild and crazy. He's just gonna turn around and just keep walking back.
Definitely.
Yep.
I need a new job.
So would Nilo, V, and Fox have returned to the?
Yeah, you guys would be
brig
back
at the-
down at this point, and you hear the noises coming from that cage and the shaking.
V's just gonna be like, why do I feel like you've just done something?
There's a
Didn't do
haunting
anything.
screech coming from it now, too.
Didn't do anything. Just ask Nora. Look at her angelic face.
He's gonna like look at Nora like, if you've done something, I will hit you.
Help me.
All right, I think it's high time we get some answers.
Oh, he's not gonna talk. He's just gonna try and kill himself again. And I've got this capsule now, and I'm putting it in my pocket, and I'm not getting it near him, and I'm gonna walk that way up the
What if it
stairs.
leaks? What if it leaks iron into your pocket?
I would you say something like that? I've got a
Because it could
handkerchief.
happen. It's dangerous.
Got a handkerchief, it's fine.
I've got a handkerchief. It's fine. Do you know what? No, I don't want to put it in the ink. That seems like a bad idea. I'll forget about it and write it with it, and then I'll have like iron ink. This feels like a bad plan. Septimus, this is a bad plan. What's in a scholar's pack? Scholar's pack. D&D.
You know, if you had iron ink, you could get both a tattoo and scarification at the same
No.
time.
That sounds terrible. I've got a little bag of
does.
sand. I've got a little bag of sand. I'm never fucking using this sand. Put it in the bag of sand.
Now you've got sand mixed with iron that you can't decide which is iron and which is sand.
Yep. This is a bad plan. It's fine. I know that iron is metallic. I can sort this out with a magnet later, and I'm just gonna keep going up the stairs like the thing in the cage is mad. I think Nori did it, and I'm just gonna keep walking.
Fox is just like trying to not do this right now. And is standing there like he points to the cage so the healer can go in there and deal with them. He stands to guard to make sure that he doesn't try anything to the healer, even though this healer looks entirely competent in their ability to kick his ass right now. So Fox
But you know
doesn't.
clerics are the most dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of a cleric. You guys don't know what god they serve. It's a smaller female Eladrin woman who seems to be she seems to have that attitude of doesn't take anybody's shit. And she's currently in the summer season, so she's a bit spicy right now. So it would do him well to not piss her off. But
They will just watch.
Fox
Maybe
just
she can do
leans
our
on the wall and watches. He does keep looking down the hall at whatever it is that you guys have managed to piss off down the hall.
Well, do either of you have any ideas? Because we're getting nowhere fast.
He's not going to talk.
I want... Whoever's looking into the cell will make a perception check.
Which cell? Nactix's cell? or
Nactix's
the-
cell. I'll do the other
Okay.
cell in a minute. If you guys even go down there.
Nilo doesn't really know what's going on with the other cell, so this cell is his attention.
V
23.
and Nyla. Septimus, are you rolling? Or no,
No,
you've left.
Septimus is going
And
up the stairs. He's
Twigs,
like,
you're not quite down there yet. You're about halfway down the stairs. V and Nilo, you see as she removes his... Because she removes his clothing now. Like, she does the whole paramedic thing and just, like, cuts it off and removes it. So she can get to his chest and start doing, like, her heal spells. And... you see what appears to be... a weird marking on his chest. It's not any symbols that you've seen before. It looks almost demonic, but it's not. It's not demonic at all.
Has V seen this before?
No, but you also never saw him in this body.
True.
It doesn't quite look demonic. It's almost in the shape of a dragon.
Huh.
A very twisted, sickly, nasty looking dragon, but it's in the shape of a dragon.
fucking love me a
Does
dragon.
the dragon look familiar to me? As a sickly dragon that she has probably seen before. It's a real life dragon.
Roll history on it.
Okay.
It's a twisted, like, just evil looking thing.
16?
Your brain kind of goes there, but you're not entirely sure. It looks like what you're thinking, but
Okay.
it could be another dragon.
Do any of the courts have dealings with dragons?
Yeah. They all have dealings with dragons. There are dragons that live in the Fey realms. You guys met Rytharia.
That's fair. We did meet them.
Can V point out to Roth the marking and ask if he knows anything about it?
He looks. Okay. That doesn't look quite reassuring, but that could be any dragon. He didn't see what you saw.
Okay.
Nobody knows about that but you and like 2 other people. You happen to see it with your roll.
Do you think it's related to the Spring Court?
I don't think so. But I'm not entirely sure either. I have my suspicions, but as I said, it could be another thing entirely, masked as something that I think it is.
What is it you guys were talking about? Nora was kind of distracted.
Well.
And I want to say, oh shit. You remember what was said about Pom Pom and where he came from?
Could you remind me of that?
So what you know of the Grey Renders is that they are creatures that were twisted and mutated from predators that lived in the Old Lands because of the blight and the corruption that the old queen had put upon the land.
Right. Okay. So it's a twisted dragon. Seems like it's another thing that's pointing to the Old Lands.
My thoughts exactly.
And you don't know of any dragons that lived there. There are no stories. There aren't many stories of the Old Lands as is, but none of them involve dragons.
Does Nilo know that as well?
Yeah, you would know. You as a true Fae would know. Your parents would have passed on stories.
Okay. What if it's...
Fee's only learned this in like 3 weeks.
What if it was something that lived on the Old Lands but was warped into that shape? Not quite a dragon to even begin with, but took the form of one. Well, it is just a mark.
He's just gonna look at Nilo, and it's just like it's a look that says, "I will tell you something later."
Okay.
But not now. Like it's yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we have all the time we need to interrogate this person, because today is not a good day. Good thing there's no time limits imposed upon us.
So Twigs, as he says that, you come down the stairs and around the corner with Oberon, and Oberon looks in a huff, and he looks down the hall, and hears the chains and the cage bars just shaking like they're about to come off the wall.
Oh my god. What do you guys do this time?
Don't look at me, look at Nora, she's crazy.
He points at Septimus like he's done something.
I feel
don't know.
flattered.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, all of you are to blame, and I'm not. Okay,
He
Oberon,
believes
do your
that.
thing.
Like if he's like, yep.
Okay, Oberon, do your thing.
Well, it's like, I'm just down here to see what's going on. I do no things. I have no things that I can do as the king of this place. He clearly looks like he's bullshitting you. He looks towards the cage,
jaunty stroll.
sees that she's got the prisoner handled, and he goes down the hall to the cage that is shaking. The bars look like they're starting to come loose from the wall. And
Nora's gonna go over to
Don't go near him. What would you go near him? Oh,
Oberon gets down to the cage, starts trying to. He doesn't get close because clearly it's trying to reach through and grab at him with its long, clawed, spindly fingers. And they look humanoid. The skin looks like a golden color, almost radiant. V, it actually hurts your eyes to look down there with both Oberon and this other creature with the radiant light coming off of it.
Yeah, she's gonna back away and like kind of just go back to watching Nactic so she isn't seeing.
And the rest of you here, actually roll perception if you can for me, please.
I go. 15.
Okay.
11. The Septimus, as always. So great.
It's enough. You guys hear footsteps coming up from the other side of Oberon. And they sound like they're in a hurry. But
Do I see him?
you,
Because I walked over with Oberon.
you look and you see some figures coming up the stairs with weapons. In a hurry. And Oberon glances down as the creature starts shaking the bars again, saying, "Let me out! Let me out!" And Oberon looks down the hallway at the things coming and shrugs, waves his hand, and the chains drop from the door of the cell. And it creaks open slowly away from him.
What's in it?
Taking a few steps back.
And the figures coming up the hallway are still running with their weapons drawn. And as they get closer, Nora, you see the pink and gold uniforms of the spring cart sentinels with their masks on.
Oh no.
Oberon just takes a step back from the cage door and he gets Nora by the shoulders gently and like pulls her back. It's probably time to go up the stairs now. Let's go. Come on.
What's in the cage?
You lot, let's go up the stairs before it gets out. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I'm already up
Stop, stop.
halfway up the stairs.
Septimus.
He's still like looking back like, what's in it? What's it?
Septimus,
Did I get a
But
good
still-
look at it?
you did get a good look at it, and that's something you've not seen before, and it's terrifying. You saw at first because it was back in the shadows, because that radiantness coming off of it isn't visible with the light. But when it was back in the cage, the darkness seemed to kind of keep that from showing. But you saw wings that were kind of desecrated and just disgusting looking wings, and it had what appeared to be a broken halo, but it's around its neck. And you see what you've only heard stories of is some sort of like angelic looking creature. Septimus, you see the wings and the creature come out of the cage. It looks like a taller, emaciated looking male, but he looked at one point like he was very well built. And he's got iron, like gold bands around his arms, and his wings are just torn to shreds. And his eyes glow with like orange fire kind of glow, and he turns around and looks at the things coming up the hallway and kind of rubs his hands together. And Oberon shoves the rest of you upstairs.
Okay.
Alright, time to go. Gotta lock the door. I'll put him back later.
Well,
He can't get out. I don't know how they got in, but he can't get out. Let's go.
But Twigs is already out at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Septimus is like, I will 1000% let him push me anywhere. I am up the stairs.
B, you look like you want to do something else otherwise.
She's debating on if she could drag Nactix with her. But
The healer actually, when Oberon started pushing everyone upstairs, Fox and the healer grabbed him and are dragging him up the stairs so they can finish doing what they were doing, and then they'll put him back down there after Oberon locks away his thing.
That's fine then. Then she will just... She will be behind Roth, Nactix, and the healer.
Okay. As soon as everyone's upstairs, Oberon will shut the door and he smacks his hand on the door, and some sort of magic writing lights up around the door in the frame, and it's not gonna open.
Can I Arcana check to see if that is he can do this because the door is attuned to him, or is this like an arcane lock spell?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana.
Arcana. Wah, wah.
It appears a bit of both.
Okay.
It appears that it's some sort of arcane lock specifically attuned to him, but you're not sure how it works or what he did to get it like that or anything like that.
Cool. Not continued.
So is V in sunlight now?
No, it's...
Or...
You're inside,
Still...
so it's kind of shaded. You're inside the palace. It's
right.
You're not close to any windows right now. You're in the interior hallway.
Okay.
Are there any guards around?
No, they've all run either downstairs another way or up front. They're guarding the private chambers so that Oberon obviously doesn't get attacked.
And
Who was that? Nora looks at Oberon.
Who?
The one that was in the cage?
Oh, How about we all have a nice cup of wine and something to eat and have a nice little chat?
Can I put on something a bit more casual first?
Just take off your clothes. Oberon will like that.
Yeah,
Did you say that, Karen?
You can wear whatever you'd like. I'm sure you'd look absolutely dazzling.
Correct.
V's just gonna roll her eyes. Like, oh my god, they're both idiots.
Yes. Correct.
But meet me in my study in about 5-10 minutes. I'll answer questions as best as I can, and then you lot need to probably leave before they find that you're here. So.
Wonderful.
The fox is like, I'm going to take the healer and the prisoner to another room and guard the door. I will see you in a little short while. I don't need to know about the scary thing in the cage. And he goes down the hallway.
V's just gonna look at him like, I don't remember you being a coward. Like, she doesn't say that. It's just sort of that kind of like...
He's just, you get a message from him in your head at your look, and he's just like, I don't need to know right now. I just need to get this taken care of. You can tell me later. I legit saw you turn that lamp on in your room, and I thought that you were turning on the lamp in my living room, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, when did she get here?
Don't you know? I just appeared.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
alright.
So, you guys have about 10 minutes to yourselves. Oberon's gonna go do something for 10 minutes.
V's going to avoid anything that is sunny.
Nilo's
Yeah.
Nilo's just gonna go to the meeting room immediately.
Yeah.
Just wait.
V would
I'll go
probably
with
do
you.
the same, but
Yeah,
she
so
would
twice.
try to avoid any sunlight.
Whilst also thinking about how I can separate the sand from the iron, which my current idea is firebolt. I'll get glass. I'll get iron. It's a bag of death. Yes.
Alchemist bomb.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so it is.
Oh, I also checked just in case he did send me a response because I didn't actually look at my vibrate you response. So I just like,
Oh, he said I'm coming. Stay safe.
oh,
Heart.
oh, he doesn't need to announce that.
So you guys get down there. You all wait unless somebody wants to go to something else. Because I know 3 of you said you're going straight there. But what about the other 2? Twigs. Nora.
Oh yeah, Twig's definitely going with.
Nora. Okay, so you guys sit there for a few minutes. Servant brings in some sandwiches and some tea and some wine because Oberon promised the wine. And Oberon comes in. He's actually in his armor again. And his armor with the robes underneath, almost kind of quasi samurai, yet somehow still mixed with a little bit of Persian theme armor. It's weird, but it looks really good. It looks really good, Septimus. But he comes in with a wine glass in his hand. Via Nyla, you can perception to see if it actually is wine by the smell if you wish. But he is
Yes,
going
please.
Keen senses. 22.
to. It's not wine.
Yeah, V's just like, nope, my eyes hurt.
Yeah, there is a bright window in this room. It's not. The curtains are kind of half drawn, so there is shade to hide in. But yeah, it's not wine, Nylo. It's not.
All
it's,
right.
it's like. It's just straight up juice.
It's not wine yet. Just give it a few years.
She's gonna sit in like the most darkest corner she possibly can to avoid the direct sunlight from the window. But she also has to deal with the shiny man. as well.
He's not that bright compared to the sunlight coming inside. He's very muted, and it just seems to be his just general state of being is very like faint sunlight coming off of him that you didn't really notice until right now.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable for her, unlike...
Yeah, it's kind of burning your eyes, but it's tolerable compared to the light window. He sits down in his nice plush favorite chair in this room and kicks his feet up on the desk. And he goes, alright, so ask your questions. We've got to be quick because we don't have a lot of time. You guys are going to have to go soon because they're going to come try to find you because he saw your face. So, yeah.
Because the
Did you
prisoner
see
saw her
the
face?
Well, yeah.
He saw her face and he points at V.
Did you see the symbol on the prisoner's chest?
Me?
Yes, you.
No. I saw them working on him, and I saw that one, the cute one, freaking out about the cage, but I don't think he touched it, because Noah would have told me. But then I saw the Spring Court Sentinels coming up the stairs, which Noah hopefully should be dealing with, but I don't know that he will be able to kill them all. So Noah.
Neptix has a weird marking on his chest. Looks like a dragon, but it looks sick.
Twisted.
It could be a black dragon. I mean, I know those are supposed to be poisonous, but not all of them are evil.
I'm just wondering what V actually end up.
Well, if nothing else, the creature he had came from the old lands, and if we're not going to get any answers out of him, we might as well look into that.
Well, I mean, he could have been trying to spread it, thinking it was going to cause havoc, but obviously this one's terrified of the dark, and I don't know that he could be a useful terror-spreading creature, because look at him, he's pathetic. You're a good dog, Pom Pom, but you're pathetic. They are creatures of blight, so it's entirely possible that he was trying to spread something, but I don't understand what the dragon would have to do with it.
There's a dragon in the old lands, and it's not a dragon.
There's no dragons from the old lands that were there when I was around.
So
What do you mean it's not a dragon? A dragon's a dragon, a dragon.
It's not a dragon.
Dragons can
twisted into something?
V's kind of just sitting there like, she's got an argument in her head of like, you shouldn't say anything, but it's important that you say something. And she's just like, you can definitely tell on her face she's very conflicted in mentioning it.
As I said in the dungeon, it's something that was twisted into the form of a dragon?
It's more of the dragon is a temporary form.
Dragons can shapeshift.
It's like she's Listen, when I went to the old lands with Broth, we collected a friend of his, and I saw on top of a citadel a black dragon and another fox. That dragon is not a dragon. In fact, she is something that is apparently not supposed to be alive. And she's just gonna look at like Oberon like hoping he gets what she's saying.
Can I make a history check? Like, is this ringing any like stories that like, you know, nurses would tell the babies like, don't, you know, be bad, or, you know, the big bad dragon face gonna come and eat you?
Hold on, let me roll for Oberon real quick and I'll tell you. Okay. Oberon looks at you for a second, V, and he kind of narrows his eyes a bit. That's not, no, she couldn't.
Like, V is just like, I'm being like.
But that would mean that. Septimus, you would have heard stories about Be Good or the Shadow Wolf will come and get you. Don't go out at night, or the Wolf of Shadows will kill you or your family or whatever. It's a terror story. The main figure that is routinely in that story, that was supposedly killed, was from the old lands and controlled the wolf. But there's no mention of a dragon ever.
Okay.
Not once has anyone mentioned a dragon, so.
You think it could be the old monarch?
He's gonna do it just a straight face. She's just gonna look at Oberon, as much as it's uncomfortable.
I don't feel comfortable discussing that without speaking to, you know, the Night King first, since that is his mother, but if she's able to do that, then she can fly. Which means she can come here. He just takes a sip of his juice.
Regrets that it's only juice.
He's regretting that it's only juice right now.
So I have a slightly more pressing question. Are we being hunted?
Yeah, you will be here shortly. They're kept at bay right now.
God damn
Don't
it!
worry about it. It's no big deal. We'll just be out of here very soon. We won't have to worry about
you'll just have to leave for a few weeks until it's safe to come back. So I'll handle it.
A few
but
weeks?
I've got to handle it. I'll let Cyril know.
Okay.
Well, a few weeks is just like a second, you know.
A few weeks.
Oh wait, how
is-
Well,
old are
it's
you
not-
again? Okay.
A few weeks
not
is
like-
a mere blink in the eyes of a fang.
Yeah. Septimus is
Not
like,
we can't
that's
be.
like such an
Fair, but my time is my time.
But we won't have your time if you stay here and let them,
Oh, yeah.
kill you, put you in prison,
Uh,
torture you.
How about
Kill
this?
you.
I would prefer none of those things.
How about you lot go do a mission for me?
I would do anything for you,
I know.
Your Highness. But yeah, I'm gonna make you all.
Where's Wilfred Brimley? Because there's some stuff going on in this episode. How about you lot go speak with... No, that's Robin's job. Alright. Speaking of Robin, I have not heard from them since they departed for the human realms. Him, nor Lord Asher, or the Winter Prince, or Mithriel. So, I've not gotten correspondence from any of them in the last few days, and they've been checking in every day. I've not gotten anything. If you could go try to find something saying that they're alright. You should be able to find Mithriel's ship logs down in the docks. Or you can go speak with Thoreus Greenbranch. And see if he's having a better day. And see if he's having a better day that will help you go away from here for a few weeks. Either way, you will get away from here for a few weeks, and I will let you know when it's safe to come back.
Alright, well, I'm pretty good at finding people.
I'm pretty good at talking to people.
Does this mean we're going to the human realms?
Oh, good. I can speak nothing to any humans.
And Fox can take you, because Fox has got to go on a mission anyhow, that direction. But you won't be going by boat this time, actually. No, you'll have to go by land if you're going to go with Fox. Because he's got to go speak with the Eladrin King and his son. Which is on the border of the human lands, further south. But you get to meet a necromancer.
Ooh, that's fun.
You guys hear some crashing at the door that down the hall that he locked. It's not opening, but there's some stuff going on behind that door, and he's like, "Oh, Noah's at the door now." Yes. Speaking of Noah, you asked about him. Yes. Which one of you did it? Oh, you two. No.
I did nothing. He did everything.
No, he just doesn't like being caged up, but it can't be helped right now because he's not in the head today or ever for a long time. So Noah is I believe, some version of some sort of angel. But he visited the old lands and got injured and hasn't been quite right. He was discovered by one of my agents, oh no, one of the Night King's agents actually, and I was asked to keep him here until we can figure out a way to fix him and see if maybe he can help us. So don't touch him. It's not going to be a good day for you if you touch him at all.
Noted.
Corrupted. V's just like,
Well, I think venturing to close to the human realms to find some important people might be a good use of our time. What do you think?
Well, I I'm wondering if they ended up getting to the place I suggested them to look into. Because I know they were going around speaking to lords for their own mission, and I suggested a place that they could go that it will help.
Wait, do any of you speak Humi?
No.
V raises a hand. She's like, I speak common. I spent 150 years in the human realms.
Okay, you'll be our guide.
Hold
V's
on, real
just
quick.
like,
Real quick. Common is just human language.
Common is a human language, so you wouldn't know Common. So I for his character sheets, just switch out Sylvan for Common. If you can only know Common if you learned it via an extra language.
Okay.
So you wouldn't know Common unless you've been there or you have a reason to have studied it.
Nope, I took Celestial.
Yeah, you know it. I know you know it. You hear, speaking of Septimus, you hear him shouting at the door, let me out, and Celestial and Oberon's just like...
It's very persistent.
He's been down there for quite some time. I feel terrible about it, but obviously he's not in a mental state to be able to, help. I need him to be... I think what needs to be done is to find whatever deity he goes to, be it one of ours or one of the human deities, and convince them to fix him.
Two for them. Find Robin, find Mithril. That sounds like that fancy metal.
Find
And
the Winter
also...
Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Robin
And find
Mithril.
some...
He said Robin and Mithril escorted the Winter Crown Prince of Winter and Lord Asher of Autumn to the human realms too. So it's royals that are missing. As far as he's concerned, they've not contacted him back, so he's concerned that something's happened.
Oh, if we find them and they're in danger, then they'll be indebted to us. That sounds like a really good thing. We should go do that.
I'm already
Yes.
to Lord Asher.
I should mention
Pay off
there
your debt?
may be a small little problem in the human realms. That involves me specifically.
Well, what is it,
You're
my
just-
friend?
I think I am being hunted by, I assume, a sorcerer. It's quite possible he is something else. I met him about 7 years ago before Drow Rebellion started. I interrupted him getting slaves from a village. He wasn't happy about it. And since
Well-
then, he's been a bit of a thorn in my side. And she's gonna lift her shirt up again.
What?
And you're gonna see this really big nasty scar that looks like she almost got gutted, like completely. And then she also has on her back what looks to be a blight type of scar, like from the spell blight or something similar. He wants me specifically dead, and he will ignore everybody else except me. And I don't know why, but depending where we're going, if we're going by land, I assume we're not going to be near Port Nanth. And she looks at Oberon, just for clarification.
No, you shouldn't be, but if you go back up that way, then... But
He was about a month out from Port Nanth.
as you're talking, Oberon gets up and goes over to what appears to be a bird bath by the window.
So you may have to deal with my little problem.
Good to know.
But otherwise, there is a city that I know very well. And they know me very well, so it's possible we could get some help in locating some missing Fade Royals.
That seems like a good place to start.
Oberon starts tinkering with this bird bath while you guys are standing there talking.
Ding ding.
Just looking at his butt, like, solid.
He shakes it. He knows you're looking.
Like,
Is there like, does V notice that Septimus is obviously looking at his butt?
oh, I'm not being subtle.
Or his soul, or whatever you're looking at?
If he's not trying to hide it, I'll say you can notice it.
Are you trying to hide it?
No.
No. Okay.
Septimus doesn't hide very much.
Is it-
very well.
Is there like something soft or like a pillow or something that she can throw at Septimus?
There are pillows around the room in the bigger, softer chairs, yes. Also, while you're looking at Oberon, the two of you, well, one of you's looking at his ass, but you still notice that the pool, the little bird bath, lights up a little bit, it starts glowing. And you hear Nora?
Hi.
The Septimus, you may have heard him speak publicly on occasion, but you know the voice. You three hear the voice, and Nyla maybe have heard it on occasion as well, but Betty, you have not heard this voice. All of you but Betty hear a voice that you know. V and Nora, you're very familiar with this voice. You hear the smooth, calm, collected tones of the Night King's voice.
Immediate to attention.
You're just gonna hear V just yell, like, she doesn't know how the bird bath works, whether it's just mind thing or he can actually hear people in the room, but she's literally gonna be like, sorry! That's it.
He actually,
has her undivided attention to the voice. Just like, what is he saying? She's kind of like standing there at attention, more or less.
He starts to say, "Good evening, Oberon. How are you today?" And he hears V go, "Sorry!" He's like, "Alright, what's happened?" And
Sorry!
you get the sense that he's quiet for a second. You can't see his face. Oberon can see his face in the pool, but you lot cannot see it unless you walk right up and look.
I mean, I think he would probably walk up and just be like, hi.
And he's like
This is
looking
definitely
up at you.
Quintus. This is not me. Like, slowly slink. Oh shit.
He's not even gonna question it.
Yes. Fuck you,
He's
Quintus.
got more important things to worry about. No, he knows you're lying. He's just not gonna bother calling you out on your bullshit. Oberon explains to him about what V passed on to him about Cyrilla, and
She's a very, like, cheeky smirk on her face, but it's also very apologetic at the
he
same time.
looks at V and then looks back at Oberon. I would kindly appreciate it if you did not pass around the information about her shifting abilities at this time. And he looks at V and he's like,
she's just gonna be like, look, something happened. I saw a mark that looked very similar, and Oberon needed to know.
Just keep my
I will keep
personal
it.
relation to that as quiet as possible, because we don't need We don't need Nidius finding out that I've got abilities that could hinder him later.
Don't worry. I won't say anything. It's just...
Oberon, how are you feeling
points...
today? Oberon kind of shrugs a bit. Bothered me this morning, but I've not felt him in my head since then, so it should be alright. But just wanted to pass on that your mother's doing things and trying to cause problems here, and I've got possibly an agent of hers in my dungeons who may or may not be dying soon, so got to go take care of him. Just wanted to pass that information on.
He's also a friend of me.
Maybe a friend of hers, but we don't know. He's a shady friend of hers.
I did not torture him.
My father sends his regards, Your Highness. This is definitely Quintus. Oh, no, nothing wrong.
He just doesn't say anything.
I thought you were named Septimus.
Shh. I'm definitely called Septimus. No, wait, no, I'm definitely... Yep.
Alright, well, I've got to go check on Bledden. She seems to be not feeling well today. So...
Did she get my book?
Does she get your book?
Yes.
Which one? She's been reading quite a lot lately. She's getting bored.
I recommended her a book, a human book that she would have liked.
I'd have to ask the library spirit if he got it for her. I've not been looking at what she's been reading. She reads so much.
She's just gonna nod and just be like,
I'm sorry.
Tell her it's massively exaggerated.
She mentioned something about a very... I'm not sure what the word meant. I think she picked it up from a human book. What, spicy? I'm not entirely sure what she meant in regards to a book, but... She said spicy, which is a very strange word coming out of her mouth because it's not... She doesn't use the human words, but she did. So, maybe she's read the book.
She's read the book. And V's just literally gonna be like, oh my god.
And he, you see some other figure come into the picture. It looks a redhead, curly hair, silver eyes. Those of you that know him, Liam just walked up, says something, whispers in his ear, and he nods and waves Liam off, like, and he gets up. Alright, well, I've got things to tend to now, so be careful. I'll pass on to our friends with the Eladrin and let them know that they need to be expecting guests and not to be rude. So, goodbye, and he waves his hand and the water just goes back to normal.
Oh shit, do you think he thought I was me and not Quintus?
Yes.
Yes, he knew.
Oh fuck. Oh, everybody hates me already. This sucks.
I don't know that he particularly cares. Overon
That's
says.
better. I will be slightly offended, but I can live with that.
Nora looks a little scared.
V's just
She
sitting
looks
there
a
like...
little scared.
V's just sitting there like, whenever she goes back, she is going to get a massive lecture on things that she shouldn't be saying, and she wouldn't have said it if it wasn't important.
He didn't seem, which he's very hard to read.
Yeah.
Very hard to read, but even through that, he didn't seem upset. More just keep it quiet kind of thing. Like, he doesn't want the opposition to know, hey, I'm a shapeshifter.
Yeah. Like, I mean, V wouldn't say she's very good at keeping secrets unless it's important for...
Yeah, and he's not gonna, as far as you're aware at this moment, not gonna penalize you for it, so. He's got bigger fish to fry than V and loose lips, so.
Okay, so we're gonna go find Robin, Mithril, Winter Prince, Lord Asher. Little Rabbit is being hunted, so we need to keep out for a human who possibly wants her dead. She has pals.
Lee, I don't know what he looks like. He's always worn a hood. Very ominous. Very creepy at the same time.
Ominous, creepy, strange. Yes. Ominous, creepy stranger.
Wait,
Kill him.
this hood one happened to have like an animal mask in the center? No, never mind, stupid. It couldn't be.
B, roll me history on what you remember.
Okie dokies. Oops.
If we do bad,
16.
nobody tells Daddy.
He had a deer skull mask on, but it was made of some sort of golden metal. It wasn't like bone.
Okay. She relay that to Twigs.
Huh. Okay, that's kind of. We'll talk about it later. I think the best option for us to do right now is get the fuck out of here before we all die.
That is a good plan.
Yep, I'm in favor of not dying because, you know, I've got things I'd like to do later.
V just shrugs. Like, she's fine going back to the human realms. It's just she doesn't want to have to deal with acting.
This was a nice festival day, and the day after. So. Interesting trip, did not expect.
And at this point, the more the beating goes on the door down the hallway from Noah, who is not happy, but it sounds like he's in the fight at this point. So whoever he was fighting with is not done with yet. Fox comes back into the room. He looks a little bit frayed, but he's got everyone's gear. He went and collected it. And has brought it to you. Alright, so we should probably go now if we are to beat the hounds that are currently chasing us. No offense, and he points at Nyla.
I take some, but okay.
Not a hound, you're a wolf. So, alright, so we should probably go. I don't want to have to fight them, so I'm tired. So I say we
have a jaunty saunter out of here.
I say we run for a time, and then we can have a nice saunt down the road in the forest. And he pulls out a map real quick and suggests that you guys make your way from the castle's right about here. And he suggests you make your way down here briefly.
Where? Sorry.
Wait a minute, I may have confused myself.
Okay. It was blocked by the profiling.
No, I have confused myself. It's the wrong direction. That's something else. Hold up. Oh! Ah! Oh no!
What have you
Right
done?
click, edit, undo.
What have I done?
Why, God, why?
Oh, it won't go back!
If you right click
And
it, will
like
it not
that.
undo?
No, I'll just pull it back onto the map. Hold on.
Okay.
And like that, the Earth Mother destroyed the world.
The Earth
Again.
Mother
Reborn.
decided the Summer Court did not deserve to exist anymore.
Can't handle the truth.
Thanos
So from
invaded
here on, it's all these are all the second
All right.
iterations of our character. 'Cause we already
So
died in, Warning.
he suggests that we go up through the woods, up this direction.
All right.
The river is right about here. This other line that crosses. That is the river.
All right.
with my mouse. This point that he's got it crossing right there is the most thin point of the river to cross, so that you can get across without hopefully encountering the Kelpies again.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't this Kelpie forest?
This is the Kelpie forest. So he suggests you go up through the mountains. These mountains will take you up to Winter. And through Winter you'll be able to get to the Eladrin Kingdoms. The forest borders Winter and Autumn. Just this small...
Oh, I know that turf.
This small spot, like over here, touches Autumn. All the rest of this touches Winter.
Alright.
So, I'll have a full map of the continent, hopefully next week. But, yeah, so he says to go up through Winter, and you'll be able to go through Winter to meet the Eladrin Prince, and then go to Human Realms from there. So,
alright.
Oberon downs his glass of wine, as far as the rest of you are aware, and...
Wine.
There is wine on the table, right?
Yeah.
Nyla will just slide the bottle his direction.
He picks it up, and you think that he's going to just pick the bottle up and down it like the wino that he is, but he actually pours himself a glass with quite a bit of restraint and sips at it. And you hear the beating on the door some more as Noah's trying to get through.
Well, seems like it's our time to make an exit.
Yes,
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Yep, he's gonna do it. Oberon will walk over and just give you a nice little peck on the forehead and then walk out of the room. I've got to go deal with an upset angel. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
If V making like a throw up sound. Just like it's mainly directed at Oberon, it's not directed at Septimus, but she's just like, no.
Oberon turns and blows you a kiss. V. What'd you say?
V punches
Does it feel warm?
Yeah, he feels very warm. Feels nice and comfortable warm.
Delightful.
And Fox is like, alright, come on, let's go. Enough flirting with the king, let's go away from here, let's go.
You're very
V's just gonna be like,
bossy.
he started it.
I did start it, I'll finish it as well.
I'm sure you will, but let's go, you can finish it later, let's go. He's like, just let's go out the door.
I like your star-crossed lover / ripping your heart out pal, buddy, companion. I think he's pretty great. I'm gonna follow him.
He's just gonna be like, if you touch him, I'm going to. And she just follows.
Ladies, there's plenty of me to go around, let's go.
If we're running, Nyla will wild shape into an elk and deja vu his way out of the door.
Yeah,
Deja vu.
Fox leads you guys through a secret door. That's not the same one you came through. It comes out into the forest, actually.
Alright.
Roth just has in his head like a very like jealous and very. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna say very angry, but she's kind of pissed off at that comment, and that's just what he's getting.
He kind of did it to do it on purpose.
Like she knows that, but at the same time she's just like, I could hit you so bad right now.
And at this point, you guys are into the Wonderwood, and it's kind of mid-afternoon at this point, early afternoon. The sun's kind of hit that point in the day where everything kind of looks magical, even though it's the Fey realm. Everything kind of has that magic tint to it.
I do magic.
And he does mention to tread quietly because of the Kelpies and other things that live in the woods. So.
Bleat.
Starlight. Alright, and I think that's probably a good place to call it for today.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
We did it!
Yay!
We totally interrogated someone real good.
We're pathetic.
Yeah,
I
hey,
didn't
you
torture
guys
anyone.
threw
we were
me,
all
actually.
considering torturing him. None of us wanted to be the one to do it.
You kind of threw me a little bit with how you went about it, I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna drag him up against the bars, but then I was like, he's kind of weak and pathetic. He can't drag.
That's not as bad as what Twigs was gonna do. He's going to cast heat metal and then push him up against the bars.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, but you saw what
Nyla was
pulling
gonna
him up against
conjure
the bars was gonna do anyway, so.
Nyla was gonna conjure a swarm of rats and just start having them pick at his legs and eventually just work their way up until he felt like talking.
V was
And
just
if he
gonna
didn't-
walk away. Like, she didn't want to
I could
have
heal him.
anything to do with it.
And then Septimus is like, let's try and offer the iron pill for trade. That was
Yep,
gonna
it's a good
go
plan.
well.
It's a good plan, good plan.
Let's shove it into
He's
your
smart,
mouth.
not wise.
Was debating about disguising Nora as a sentinel. See how that would have done.
A Spring Court Sentinel?
Thought about it.
He'd have asked for the special password and everything.
Yeah.
You'd have had to bullshit your way through that. It's possible. But you don't know if that's who he works for.
I don't. That's why she's like, I don't know. Derp derp.
I was gonna add something else to that conversation, but then I was just like, I actually don't know who he's working for, and it would probably fuck up my plans. So I was like, nah.
Yeah.
How did
Somebody
V
fairy.
survive? She looks like she got fucked up.
You know, just
He's just like mostly scars at this point.
And
Yeah,
then
like,
there's
she's been through hell and everything.
there's Oberon low-key keeping an angel locked in the basement.
It's just temporary.
But like the best part, right? When V got gutted, she basically shifted and ran through a pack of wolves to lose the dude that she was running from.
just a minor
So she-
disembowelment.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she literally ended up shifting back once she was far enough away, and she couldn't move for a good couple of days. Like, she could have died, but she didn't, so.
I need the puppy.
But yeah. Nope. So you guys have a couple options next session. So you guys can. You're I guess heading towards the Eladrin right now to speak with them and go through the human realms through them through their gate. You do have now the quest line to go help Noah, which V you've already got to go to the temples anyway.
Oh, yep.
Just as a reminder.
Okay.
Septimus
I
Yeah.
need to meet Robin.
and Mithriel, so that helps you out. Nilo apparently is just along for the ride.
No, Nilo has to make sure Asher's okay because he
That
does
is right.
have kind of a deal going with him where like,
Asher
I'll
is your
protect the
lord.
forest. Like, I'll keep the Autumn Woods good. Just let me live here.
Nora wants to keep the Night King placated.
Nora is going for reasons. For reasons.
Helgrim's
I feel like
Helgrim's
Nora
gonna.
and Septimus would be the best buddy cop team. The worst buddy cop team.
And then V has to babysit.
Random's my buddy cop in another campaign.
Helgrim's
Yes, we are
probably
detectives.
freaking out about Robin being MIA for a few days. Twigs is probably like, I should probably go help Asher if he's in
Yeah.
trouble. I kinda owe Asher, even though Asher doesn't expect anything.
Yeah, that's basically just it.
Like I said, you guys are gonna have to go through the winter court. You'll be bypassing Autumn. You will not be passing by Asher's residence, where his husband lives half the time, because remember, his husband is a sentinel, so he may be in the capital of the Night Court at times, or on a mission, so he may not be there if you try to contact him. Yeah. So, you guys can have the option of trying to go find Thorian to see if maybe Thorian knows anything about where they might be, because he is connected to Asher.
Thorian or Forius?
Thoreus is Thorian's dad. That family has a naming convention of let's name everyone very similarly but different.
Septimus votes not for him, maybe. Kind of, yeah, it could go well. It'd be fine. This is fine. It's fine.
I love how terrified he is of the Night Court Sentinels. It's hilarious. It's great.
Okay, I actually do have a question. Would V have seen Septimus maybe like once or twice, or would she just no? So it would just be more of like Septimus was off doing whatever.
Septimus's family is from the Night Court, but their residence is in Winter, but on the northern part of Winter.
Okay, that's good to know.
They're not well thought of.
I didn't know if Septimus would have walked through the Night Court.
His father may have been there on business, but his father's a lesser lord, so
yeah, he wouldn't have taken. No,
yeah, he's not on the council, so.
All right.
You would have seen some council members milling about. And there's only 4 council members, so you may have seen 1 or 2 of them, but.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we will call the stream here. Let me see who is online that we can do the raiding of. I know Scradicus was on there, he's not. Malarvik's online, or does anybody else have anyone they would like to raid?
Malarvik seems like a good idea.
Yeah, Mal.
Oh, Blood Mage. You were wondering what that clicking noise was last night? It was this.
Yeah, really? It sounded like you were breaking pencils.
Alright, chat, thank you for watching. Thank you to Draco and Simsy for the follow. And we will be back next week on Monday, same time. We'll do 2:30 just because of my work schedule. When August starts, we'll be back to the normal 2 o'clock, so I just getting off work at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm going back to night shift starting August, so yay!
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Go say hi to Malarvik. What should we have them say?
What's the message?
What's the raid call? It's the Kelpies.
It's always the Kelpies.
It's always the Kelpies.
Quiet. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting Kelpies.
Well, hunting Kelpies.
It's always the Kelpies.
And Roth's going to die to them.